Hi Sagittarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your March monthly general tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of March. This is a huge month as we are ending out the astrological year as we enter into a new year once we get into that Aries season at the end of March. We also are entering into eclipse season, so really big energy shift. This is also the last month of all planets direct. By time we end the month, we will be entering into the pre-shadow of Mercury going retrograde on April 1st. So this March is really a month where we're probably going to see big changes. Expect a lot of movement in your lives, but also out in the collective. Page of Cups just fell out in reverse, so pay attention if anybody has been trying to possibly get to talk to you or emotionally try to connect to you. You may be ignoring them, so pay attention, okay? All right, Sag, before we pull the cards, I do want to let you know I do offer personal tarot readings. If you are interested, check the link below and you will find out all the information you need to. Also, if you want to know all the dates for March and all of the important information that is coming up, check the description box below, okay? So what we're going to do, Sagittarius, is go week by week in the month of March. This is also a really big time for you to pay attention to where it is with those eclipses in those Aries and Libra areas of your chart, the we versus the me, power struggles, you needing to look at your relationships. Those are all going to be really huge points to look at as we go through March, okay? All right, Sag, let's go week by week. All right, you start off the first week with the Four of Wands, as well as the Nine of Wands in reverse. The second week of March, you have the Three of Wands and the Magician in the reverse. Third week of March finds you with the Six of Wands in reverse. Lots of wand energy, Sagittarius, so your fire is definitely coming through. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. And the last week of March finds you with the Four of Cups in reverse, as well as the Five of Cups also in reverse. Okay. So lots of wand energy, as we can see. Only one major arcana card with that Magician card, so that's interesting. Let's go ahead and pull a card that's going to represent where you left out of February, what energy you are ending that month with, and you are bringing into March, okay? What do you have for Sagittarius coming into the month of March? And you have the Six of Cups in reverse. So for many of you all, you could have people come back into your life at the beginning of the month, or this could have been something that during month of February, you had people come and return into your life. I do think that some of you had some type of emotional, nostalgic connection to someone who possibly is going to help you throughout the month of March. Keep that in mind if you have had close friends, maybe an ex, maybe a friend that you haven't heard from for a long time. They could come also in the month of March. So really just pay attention to that, okay? All right, and lastly, let's pull an oracle card. Spirit, what extra messages do you want Sagittarius to know? What overarching energy are they working with during this month? And like I said, Sag, this is a really big month of energy shifts. So don't be surprised if, you start the month with, a certain type of energy, and then you end the month in that eclipse season in a whole different headspace, okay? Okay, and you have the Magician, Archangel Raziel. Now, I do want to point out before we even read through what Archangel Raziel wants you to know, you also have a Magician card here. So I do want you to recognize there is a lot of energy that you are working with, that you have the power to do whatever you want, Sagittarius. So really keep that in mind throughout the month of March. This card says you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. freedom. Life is magical. My goodness, Sagittarius. I mean, you already had all that fire energy that I was saying with the wands, but this Archangel Raziel is reminding you, if you have forgotten, you have all the tools that you need. You may have not been paying attention to those little inklings that you keep getting. Follow your gut, follow your intuition. You have all of this magical power from Archangel Raziel, and that Magician card is reminding you, be really go forward with a lot of gusto. Don't think that you have to play small. Be really concerning but discerning in everything that you do. And this is a really great card to get for the month of March, okay? All right, Sagittarius, well, great way to start off your March. You can already see all of this wand energy. And I think that it's really interesting here because we start off the month off of the heels of that Virgo full moon. And I do think that some of you all could have had some type of realization possibly at that Virgo full moon in your physical world. And we did also have Mercury, the Sun, and Saturn conjunct at the very end of February. So some of you had some really great energy at the month of February. And I do think that there's some kind of connection either with a family member, a loved one. Some of you all could have some type of partner coming into your life that first week of March. We do have Mars squaring Uranus and Chiron conjunct the North Node in Aries. So pay attention to your energy levels during that week. Make sure that you're not wearing yourself out. Make sure that you and your partner are taking care of your health, and make sure that you are going through that first week of March, really paying attention to who it is that is around you and making sure you are staying in the best health that you can, okay? Now, by the time you reach the second week of March, you have this Magician card, repeated tarot theme there, and then that Three of Wands. So some of you are coming into a really big energy. I do think that March 10th Pisces new moon is going to be something that you need to plant important seeds around your plans, around how it is you're going to strategize to move forward. That Three of Wands and the Magician is reminding you, not only do you have the tools, but you already have much of the information that you need. You just don't realize it, okay? I do think that some of you are coming into a realization during that second week of March, like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot I already had those resources, or I forgot I know someone who works at, this certain company. Maybe they can give me a recommendation. So there definitely is some positivity coming in that you are strategizing that second week of March. Now, by the time you get to that third week of March, we have Venus entering into Pisces, and the Sun is conjunct Neptune in Pisces on the 17th, and then Mercury enters its retrograde shadow, pre-retrograde shadow in Aries on the 18th. Pay attention to anyone around you who possibly is taking information and not using it as you had intended it to be. There does feel like there's some type of people around you who are possibly using information to their advantage. I do think that you were expecting some type of accolades or recognition that third week of March, and it may not come in the way that you were thinking. Really pay attention to who you're telling your secrets to and information, okay? Because I do think Mercury entering its retrograde pre-shadow in Aries on the 17th could have some really big impact on you. Now, by the time you end the month, Sagittarius, you are having some type of feeling of not being where you want to be with, it could be like your emotional state. By the time we end the month, we are having Mercury conjunct Chiron in Aries on the 20th, Mars entering Pisces on the 22nd, and then we have that big lunar eclipse, full moon in Libra on the 25th. Pay attention to what comes up for you at at that lunar eclipse, because for some of you all, this is relationship based. Many of you all are going to see a culmination of some relationships that are no longer working, that you're needing to move away from. I think that this third week of March starts showing you some of those inklings. And then by time you move into that last week of the month and into April, be prepared for some endings. Be prepared for some people who are no longer serving you, or who no longer, you're not resonating with them anymore. That could come up that last week of March. But overall, Sagittarius, I think you have a lot going for you. I do think that that magician, Archangel Raziel, is reminding you to use all of the powers that you have to move forward. Do not rest on your laurels. Do not wait for people to give you permission this month. This is a big month. Remember, this is the last month of all planets direct. So by the time we move into April, Mercury does go retrograde. So keep that in mind and use this magician card to your advantage. Archangel Raziel is reminding you, you got this. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. I've also linked some other videos below that I think will be really helpful. All right, Sagittarius, have a great March.